Jones into the corner. The whistle. It's done! It's over! It is over! Trinidad, with nothing to play for, has dethroned the United States, knocking them out of the World Cup 2018.
On October 10, 2017, the United States lost 2-1 to Trinidad and Tobago in the final day of qualification for the 2018 FIFA World Cup that saw the Americans fail to qualify for their first ever World Cup since 1986. The result sent shockwaves throughout the soccer world, from various soccer fans and different Americans alike, as a nation that has seen the sport grow tremendously since qualifying for 7 straight World Cups since 1990, failed to do so in what clearly was the biggest opportunity for U.S. soccer to capitalize to a nation of 320 million people on the biggest stage possible, the World Cup that summer in Russia.
Can we beat the Colombias and the Belgiums and the Argentinas of the world? You kidding me? We can't beat Trinidad on a field that's too wet and too heavy? What are we doing? What are we doing?
The elimination from the World Cup made many people skeptical on the idea that soccer would never make it into this country, which has resulted in a near 40-year odyssey for acceptance as one of the top sports in the country. For all the critics that viewed it as a sport that is too foreign, too rich, too boring, or any other stereotype to those not involved in the sport, they thought the elimination in Trinidad was only the beginning to the end. Well, here's the story on why that's simply not true. I went to New York City FC's headquarters to speak with Ariel Castillo of Manchester City, USA, who's always had an influence from soccer.
For me, I've always been really interested in the connection of soccer to sort of popular culture, youth culture, the art scene, and I was really into punk rock. Actually, I was really into like a lot of British music, and that's how I started learning about Premier League, just because there were literally bands that wrote songs for clubs and stuff at the time.
It's kind of like, just being, a child of, parents who were so passionate about the game in the first place, being Peruvian. Many immigrants, many Latinos obviously use soccer as their number one sport, and I was no different. It was the first sport that I learned, the first sport that I fell in love with. And through the years, it became more than just a passion. I wanted to actually be a professional soccer player. As many do, I played a pretty good level, and then, I moved from Peru to England, and that's when the passion became more, evident.